Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I am filming the update for my Panthose eyeshadows project pan. I am a little bit late on filming this update and it's not a very exciting one personally, I would say, but let's get into it anyway. I have been toying with the idea of doing a complete refresh and doing this project a little bit differently. Hello, cat. Because I'm getting kind of bored, so please stay with me. We will first go through all of the eyeshadows that I still had in and see my progress on them, and then we will do the refresh. So first let's look at the eyeshadow that was in since 2 months ago, which comes from my Colourpop Lizzie McGuire palette. I was working on the shade Hello Fabulous, which is this shimmery purple right here. You can see quite a dip. I had previously used it 10 times and I did not touch it at all this last month. Purples and pinks are not my favorites to work on. I didn't feel like working on it, so that's what that looks like. And then all of the other eyeshadows were rolled in last month, so they have been in the project for a month. First one is from my Colourpop In a Trance palette. I rolled in the shade, someone's checking out the Christmas tree hut. No, not interested. I rolled in the shade Own Your Power, which is this purple right here, and I did not use it at all this month. Wasn't interested in it. Sorry, that got neglected. Then another Colourpop shade from my Aura Now palette. I rolled in the shade Soul Sister. I have used this 4 times this month, and as you can see I have Hip Pan. This is a very soft eyeshadow, so it moved around quite a bit. It was already flattened down and there was kind of a dip going there in the corner, so that's why it only took me 4 uses to Hip Pan. It was really easy to use. I combined it with another green shadow that was in the project. I will get to that. And I mainly used it as a lower lash line color. So that at least is something. The color I paired it with mostly comes from my Beauty Bay Earthy palette. And I rolled in the shade Apple. That is right here. Now you can maybe tell that the imprint is kind of starting to wear off. Like, I flattened out the little, what is this called? The little thingy from the letter B. Right there, that's flattened. I have used this 9 times. I used this too, mostly on my lower lash line with another shimmer from this palette, or the Colourpop color over top. And I also did one look where I wore it, or like 2 or 3 maybe, where I wore it all over my lid and then topped it with a shimmer. Then I rolled in a shade from my Magic Mini palette by Juvia's Place. I initially rolled the bright pink and I told people that I'm not gonna wear that, so I rolled another shade from this palette and I rolled this shade right here, which is a very dark blue. You can kind of see where I put my brush. I've used this 6 times in the last month and I only used it as a liner. Wasn't really impressed by it. So there's that. And then last shadow comes from my Beauty Bay Nikki Tutorials palette. And I rolled in the shade Slasher. And that is this shade right here. Now you can see where I put my brush. I mainly use this in my crease. And I did some really nice warm toned fall looks with this. So I really did enjoy it. I used it 12 times total. But yeah, I'm also ready to roll that out. I'm actually wearing it today in the very outer part of my crease and my lid. Very, very lightly used it because it is quite pigmented, but I do enjoy it. It's a shame that my eye look gets washed away by the reflection of my glasses, but anyway. So that is all the eyeshadows that I was working on. Now, I didn't really feel like re-rolling random eyeshadows, and so I thought maybe I would work with the spreadsheet of prompts that Makeup with Lady or Makeup by Lady, I will link her in the cards, created for her Pan Those Eyeshadows project, and I know a few other people are also using that spreadsheet to randomize the prompts and then pick the eyeshadows. So I thought it's sort of random, but I still kind of get to pick what I want to work on. Maybe that will work better for me. So I'm just gonna try it. We will keep it up until the end of the month, end of the year, excuse me. As it is now the end of October, I think we could do that. And then I will see what I want to do next year. But first, we're gonna randomize prompts and I'm gonna pick shadows and I'm excited. So there are, I have pulled up the Google Doc and I will link that down below too. There are 100 prompts. I'm using the list with duplicates because I don't really mind. I'm gonna randomize, how many do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna randomize 6 prompts and then pick my shadows. Okay, so I put in 1 through 100 and let's pick 6 random numbers, and 85, 64, 80, okay, don't go dark, 68, 38, one more, 49, or 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nowhere here. 85 is outer corner deepening shade. 64, excuse me. Shadow that starts with M. 80. Shadow you save for a special occasion. 68. Shadow that starts with Q. Okay. 38. Pop culture reference. I'm not sure what that is. And 49, food themed reference. Food themed reference. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna check out what pop culture reference means, because I'm not sure, and I will find my shadows and I'll be right back. That took me a while, but I have figured it out. I'm nervous, but also kind of excited. Let's just get this ready for swatches. First off, an outer corner shade. I chose the shade Volatile. I literally wrote down Violate. I thought that was the name of it. Anyway, it's from my ABH Nervina palette, and it is this bad boy right here. There is some usage on it, but not a lot. Is it really an outer corner deepening shade? It's not the deepest shade that I have, but I figured it would work. Oh, I should swatch it more. Wait, more towards here. Okay, got it. So good at this. Okay. That's the first one. And of course I did not bring a wipe. So that is the shade I picked for my outer corner slash deepening shade. Then for the letter M, I picked one from my J Star palette because this, I was excited to get it, and then I barely touched it. So I decided to work on this shade right here, which is called My Boyfriend's Purse. This is also quite an easy shade, so I get to kind of get a feel of how these perform and how deep, that's so wonky, the pans are before I commit to, say, like a bright blue. I don't even know if you can see that. It's like a highlighting, maybe a little too dark for actual highlighting, but it's not a difficult one. I hope, I think. That one. Then for the prom special occasion, I pulled out my Lethal Cosmetics 1-Up palette. This is the coolest palette that I own. Look at that little gaming screen thing. Oh, I love it. So cute. I instantly bought it when I saw that this was coming out. I was like putting up an alarm to be in time to purchase this. I chose the shade Split Screen. I do love them all, and I mean the special shades are this yellowy green, this green, and this pink, because they are UV reactive. But I feel sad to wear UV reactive eyeshadows in my day-to-day life when I'm not into UV lighting, so that I will save those for special occasions when there's a party. But I decided to work on this shade right here, which is called Split Screen. Yeah, Split Screen, because I do love a good yellow, and I feel like it would work in my color story. So it is a very shimmery yellow, more like a topper shade really, with green and blue reflective shimmers. Ooh, is that even gonna show up? I mean, yeah, you can kind of see, but I am sure that over top of a yellow or a gold or even a green, it is gonna be amazing. So I'm excited to use that, and also I can get a feel on how these shadows perform and how deep these are, because I haven't used this a whole lot. Shame on me. Then for the letter Q, I knew I only had 2 eyeshadows that could work for that, and one of them already has pan because it was in my A to Z beauty project pan. So I am left with a shadow from my Honey palette, which is called Queen Bee. And Queen Bee is this yellowy gold. Right here you can see I have a little bit of use on it. I do like it. I like my golds, my yellows. So I don't think this would be a problem to wear, but ColourPop shadows are quite hard to pan. Unless they are the soft, movable shimmer formula, which this is not. I am not swatching these very good. Okay, so it's your standard gold, but that would look cool with this over top. I think even pair with this, I think this would work greatly. I'm already loving it more than randomly choosing eyeshadows and crying over what the actual color story is like. So this is great. Next, pop culture reference. I didn't really understand what that was, but I saw something about movies and quotes of movies, and then I saw this palette, and I haven't used this a whole lot either, so I decided to pick a shade from this, and I'm going to work on the shade Sipping Soup, which is this one. You can see there is a dip starting to form. I do, however, enjoy this a lot. How here? Is this just hard, or is this just hard because I'm doing it stupidly? I could build it up, but I don't know about these swatches, so It's a pretty green. Also kind of has a gold undertone to it. This is taking me way too long. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. Last shade was food themed reference. I got my Naked Tutorials Beauty Bay palette out again. In here there is a yellow shade right there, called Vla. And Vla is actually a Dutch dessert. So I thought, you know what, seeing as we're working on some golds and yellows, why not throw in a yellow, a yellow matte. Oof, that's powdery and pigmented. That's cool. There's that. So this is the color story. We have this dark brown for my ABH palette of volatile, which I would say is called Violate, but it isn't. My boyfriend's purse from the J Star palette. Split Screen from Lethal 1UP palette. Queen Bee from Colourpop Honey. Sipping Soup from the Colourpop The Child palette, and Vla from Naked Tutorials palette. Very awkwardly swatched on my arm, but there you have it. I'm gonna wipe my finger again. Okay, so that is the update. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will stick around for more videos and the update. Let's cross my fingers that I can do it this time and not get bored after a week. But we don't know. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you hopefully in my next video. Bye!